my favorite words, of course, is faith. And I have a reading that I share every once in a while at a time when I believe it's needed. And I believe we all need to be reminded of it now. So I'd ask you to share the sacred time with me. Open your heart. Allow the words to come in. Open your minds. Our role as faith keepers. In the Native American tradition, one member of the tribe assumes the role of faith keeper. This person's role is to remain at peace, centered in spiritual vision, no matter what events befall the tribe. Even if everyone else in the tribe slips into pain, fear, or dissension, the faith keeper is the one person the tribe can rely on as a lifeline to the presence. This is our role now in the face of these strange times. It would almost be humanly impossible not to be moved and challenged at this time. Yet there's a place within all of us that is always connected to our higher being. That is the place for us to go now. Do not tremble and wail. Your greatest contribution is your clarity, your sense of purpose, and your vision. The question is not, have you moved off your center? The question is, how quickly can you regain it? For many years, we've been studying the principles of spiritual truth. Now's the time to put them into practice. When things are going well, it's easy to find God. When things seem chaotic, it's harder. The strength we build by claiming divine order when it is utterly unapparent is paramount. Spiritual mastery is gained in times just like these. I want to read an excerpt from We Were Made for These Times by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. My friends, she says, do not lose heart. We were made for these times. I have heard from so many recently who are deeply and properly bewildered. They're concerned about the state of affairs in the world today. Ours is a time of almost daily astonishment. She goes on to say, and I'm paraphrasing, I urge you, I ask you, I gentle you to please not spend your spirit dry by bewailing these difficult times. Especially do not lose hope. Most particularly because the fact is that we were made for these times. Yes, for years we've been learning, practicing, we've been in training for and just waiting to meet on this exact plane of engagement. Right here, right now, in this place. She says, I grew up on the Great Lakes, and I recognize a seaworthy vessel when I see one. Regarding awakened souls, there have never been more able vessels in the waters than there are right now. And they are fully provisioned and able to signal one another as never before in the history of humankind. Look out over the prow. There are millions of boats of righteous souls on the waters with you. Even though your veneers may shiver from every wave in this stormy royal, I assure you that the long timbers composing your prow and rudder come from a greater forest. That long-grained lumber is known to withstand storms, to hold together, to hold its own, and to advance regardless. In any dark time, there's a tendency to veer toward fainting over how much is wrong or unmended in the world. I tell you, do not focus on this. There's a tendency, too, to fall into being weakened by dwelling on what is outside your reach, by what cannot yet be. I ask you, do not focus there either. That is spending the wind without raising the sails. You know that, don't you? We're needed. That is all we can know. And though we meet resistance, we more so will meet great souls who will hail us, love us, and guide us. We will know them when they appear. Didn't you say that you were a believer? Didn't you say you pledged to listen to a voice greater? Didn't you ask for grace? Don't you remember that to be in grace means to submit to the voice that is greater? Oh no, ours is not the task of fixing the entire world all at once, but of stretching out to mend the part of the world that is within our reach. Any small, calm thing that one soul can do to help another soul, to assist some portion of this poor, suffering world, will help immensely. It's not given to us to know which acts or by whom will cause the critical mass to tip toward an enduring good. It's only ours to do what we can. One of the most calming and powerful actions you can do to intervene in a stormy world is to stand up and show your soul. Soul on deck shines like gold in dark times. The light of the soul throws sparks, can send up flares, build signal fires, causes proper matter to catch fire. Struggling souls catch light from other souls who are fully lit and willing to show it. If you would help to calm the tumult, this is one of the strongest things you can do. There will always be times when you'll feel discouraged. We're only human. I too have felt despair many times in my life, but I do not keep a chair for it. I do not allow it to eat off my plate. The reason is this. In my uttermost bones, I know something, as do you. It is that there can be no despair when you remember why you came to earth, who you serve, and who sent you here. The good words we say and the good deeds we do are not ours. They are the words and the deeds of the one who brought us here in the Spirit. I hope you will write this on your wall. Write it on your heart. When a great ship is in harbor and moored, it is safe. There can be no doubt that this is not what great ships are built for. I want to ask you something this morning about where you place your faith. We stand up every Sunday and we say the affirmation of faith with meaning. I have faith that God is my instant, constant, and abundant supply. Do you have faith or doubt? Have you been living the affirmation of doubt, perhaps? Giving yourself a pass? That's okay too. But what I'm here to remind you of is there is a light within, and you must let it shine. I hope you'll choose faith over doubt today and always. Thank you.